leisure. This is our Sprite Quattro EW 6-berth fixed bed caravan.
So the first thing to do once you've unhooked it from the car is to wind the jockey wheel to get the caravan approximately level. Then start at the back and wind the legs down first. Then as you go to the front, you'll see in the side skirts a hole. Pop the leg winder inside the hole and start winding until they are firmly on the floor. At the front of the caravan, you'll see the gas locker. Open the locks, open the doors, and then you'll see two gas bottles. One will be full and one will be half full. On top of the gas bottle, you'll see the on and off valve. On the side of the bottle, you'll see the pigtail. Simply remove it to swap to the other bottle. So this is where we plug the electrics in. Open the door. And as you can see on the door, there's a handy little cutout. Simply slide the lead into the cutout in the door, open the flap on the plug, and then push it in nice and hard. Then simply just close the door. So this is where you plug the water in. Just simply open the flap on the side of the caravan, and on the aqua roll, open the cap. Now on the pipe itself, one end has a filter. Put that in the water first. Put the cap over the aqua roll to stop any bugs going in, and then simply plug into the side of the caravan. Now this is the waste water. Underneath the caravan behind the skirt, you'll see two grey outlets. Simply open the flaps up, then grab your waste master and neatly tuck it underneath the caravan. Open the cap on the front, put it to one side, then grab the waste pipe. You'll see one end has two pipes. Plug them in to the outlets, one in one and one in the other. Then grab the other end and just pop it in the waste master. Now let's look at the toilet. In here is where we put the flush water. You put water in there, about 5-6 litres, and some pink chemical. This is the waste compartment. Inside you'll find a waste tank. Simply pull up the orange handle, pull out the tank, stand it on its front. It's got wheels at the bottom. Pull up the handle and simply pull it along. To empty the waste tank, all we need to do is undo this cap. Push down that orange button, lift it up on its side, and then simply tip it. In here is where we also put the blue fluid. In here is the underbed compartment. Simply open the door, and on the left hand side you'll see the caravan spare wheel. And here is a hitch lock that comes with the caravan as well. So this is the control panel that controls the electrics of the caravan. That's the standby button. This button here is the awning light on the outside. This button here is the water pump to turn it on and off. This is to check the levels of the caravan. So you can check the levels of the battery. And this is to turn the internal lights on and off. Push the standby button again to simply turn it off. This is the heating and hot water control panel. Simply push this button here and turn left and right as to how warm you want the caravan. Then push it again to save that setting. Now to get hot water in the caravan, we need to select this next icon. Again, we push the button. Eco is about 40 degrees, hot is about 70 degrees. Select your option, push the button again. So this next option is how we power the heating and hot water. We can run it off gas, we can run it off electric and gas, called mix, or we can simply run it off electric. To take your option, simply just push the button. Your last setting is how fast we want the warm air to come out the outlets. We can have it on eco, which is lower, and high, which is faster. let's change the lounge into a bed. Simply pull the leaderboard out until it stops. Then underneath the cushion, you'll see a brown plastic catch. Flick the leaderboard over that catch. Now let's arrange the cushions to make it into the bed. Remove the scatter cushions. Remove the small cushion. Get all the cushions and flip them over. They're flatter on the top and will make it much more comfortable. Grab the back cushions, flip them over, pack them into place, and there we have it, a beautiful comfy bed. Now let's make up the bunk beds. Remove the table, just pop that out of the way for now. Remove the cushions, both sides. Now that is the bunk bed. All we need to do now is flick it up, it's on a cantilever, and flick it all the way round. Then there's two poppers on the underside of the bunk bed. Just there. Pop them both out, then lift it up, all the way back up to the window, and then put the poppers onto the wall. Then grab a back cushion and a seat cushion. Open them up so the flat side is up. Pop them into place so they're nice and secure. And there we go. A lovely comfy bed. So now let's make up the bottom bunk. So pop the leg out of the table, then pop the tabletop into position. This makes the base of the bed. Then with the cushions, just do exactly the same as what you've done on the top bunk. Open them up, flick them over so the flat side is at the top, and this makes a lovely comfy bed. Now the guards to stop the child falling out of the top bunk and the ladder so they can get up to the top bunk are all underneath the double bed. Underneath the seat at the front of the caravan is the consumer unit. That button there is the mains charger button, and that is the mains for heating and hot water. Under there is the RCD, and if you can't get any electrics to work in your caravan, this is the main 30 amp fuse. Just check that out. This is the main water drain down valve. Horizontal is when the water system is in use, and to drain the water system down at the end of your holiday, simply flick it back up and then the water will drain. Moving on to the fridge, press and hold the standby button to turn the fridge on. At the top is a mode button. Push this to select your choice of how you want to power the fridge. At the bottom is a temperature button. Simply push that down to determine the temperature of the fridge. On the front of the door of the fridge is called a travel catch. Simply flick it left to open the fridge door, and when you want to travel, flick it right and it locks the door in position. In the kitchen cupboard is the drain down board. Just pop it out, pop it next to the sink. Moving on to the cooker, simply flick up the glass lid, and at the front of the cooker are a series of knobs. Push the knob in, turn it to the setting that you want, and push the igniter. This will then light the hob. Keep your finger down on the knob for about 5 seconds, pop your finger off, and the hob will stay alight. The cooker also has a grill and also an oven. Just simply repeat the process to use them both. In the wardrobe is the TV aerial. Simply undo the big grub screw, push the metal pole up to get it as high as we can. And then adjust the aerial until we get a good reception. Moving on to the toilet, open the grey flap handle at the bottom. Do what you've got to do. Push the blue button for flush water. And that's an indicator telling you when the waste tank is full.